As they make their way to the stage, I am very honored and privileged. I'm talking slowly as they make their way. I am honored and privileged to introduce to you our Executive Director of BLUU, Lena Gardner, and with her this morning, is Dr. Tanguizi Sanika. He's not with us this morning, but Lena is, and we're thrilled about that. Sorry about that. Good?
Yes. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. What time is it? I don't know. Hi. So first, my apologies. I actually thought this was happening tomorrow. So people are texting me, where are you? So I'm here now, today. Sadly, we did invite Mtangulizi Sanika. We call him Baba. He was part of the original BAC folks back in 1968, but because we were thinking we were doing this tomorrow, he is not here right now. So I have invited some other elders to join me on the stage, Miss Paula Cole-Jones, and I believe is Reverend Mel with you, Reverend Mel Hoover. So let's have a round of applause for them. So we were asked to sort of give an update of all that's happening with BLUU, and in BLUU, we often start our happenings and events in gratitude, and so we want to start by just showing a short video expressing some gratitudes that we have for folks here in this room and folks who weren't able to be with us. So if we can watch that video now, that would be good. Yes, so I just want everyone to know the Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism has deep gratitude for so many people who have made our work possible, and the work has been life-changing. In March, we had the first ever BLUU convening, and we had just over 100 Black UUs come. We were here in New Orleans last March, and when people came out of it, they said things like, this was life-changing for me. I didn't know that I could be Black and UU at the same time. This was a place where I felt like I could live most deeply into my faith values while still being who I am as a Black person. To us, that is of utmost importance. It's especially important in this time. One of the things I wanted to come and share with our UU, our wider UU community, is that this is a heavy time for Black Americans in particular. We just had the verdict in the police shooting of Philando Castile that was not guilty. Yes, that shooting happened 6 miles away from where I live, and it affected our community really deeply. On the heels of that, then we had, murders in Seattle, murders out on the other coast of a 17-year-old Muslim girl. So it's a very heavy time, and it's a hard time for Black folks in particular. So to be able to minister to folks, to support them, to love them, to show them, all of our Black family, that we aren't alone in this and that we will continue to support people is of the utmost importance. Since the convening, we've also launched the Black Ministry, the BLUU Ministry Network. We call it BLUU Min, We have daily posts of affirmations that people are sent. We have a pastoral care line. People are holding office hours. We have, we were able to help be a part of fundraising for more people of color to be able to come to General Assembly. Yes. And also so thankful for the board's support in that and the planning committee's support in that. And perhaps most excitedly of all, what we're announcing at this General Assembly is that we have hired as our BLUU community minister for worship and spiritual care, Reverend Michael Slack. So let's have a round of applause for that. We have also launched our Elders Council, which we are calling the BLUU 360 Elders Council. That council is really important to us. When we launched last year, we launched the 7 principles of Black lives, and one of those principles is having a 360 vision, making sure we are intergenerational, that we are both honoring our ancestors and working hard for our young people and the babies to make the future better for them. And so to that end, we have established our Elders Council. 2 of the folks on the council are here, Reverend Mel Hoover and Miss Paula Cole-Jones. We also, yes, can have a round of applause for them. We also have Reverend Susan Newman-Moore, and yes, and then of course Baba Sanika, who is also a part of it. So I want to just give, in the spirit of honoring our elders and being with them in guidance and support, I want to give them a little time to just talk to us about the journey that our faith has been on, about the covenant that was broken in 1968, and about the work that BLUU is living into and doing to be a part of bridging that and living more deeply into our faith values. So.
Good morning. It is so good to see everyone this morning. I'm Paula Cole-Jones.
And I'm Mel Hoover.
Yeah. I'm a lifelong Unitarian Universalist. I grew up in Washington, D.C. at All Souls Church. We had an African-American minister, Reverend David Eaton, from 1969. He served for 23 years until 1992. And so I just want to say that because there was no schism for me between multicultural inclusion and Unitarian Universalism. That's the Unitarian Universalism that I grew up with. And when I went out and started seeing the wider world, I was like, why not? That's my question. We're also going to talk a little bit about the passing of the torch. At the convening last year, let me ask first, how many people have seen the Wilderness Journey video? I expect to see a lot of hands. It's online. If you haven't seen it, look at it. So what you'll see in that video talks about 50 years ago when our association was at a very similar point right after the killing of Martin Luther King, or right before. It was right in that civil rights tension period. In the video, you'll see a person named Hayward Henry. 50 years later, he's with us this weekend, Dr. Senyeka. So you'll have a chance, I think, to hear from him. We heard from him in March, so the passing of the torch is very, very real. He was a leader like Lena Gardner is here now, and he's with us now as an elder. This is the work of a lifetime. We never get finished, because if we ever get there, then there has to be work to maintain staying in that place as an inclusive, beloved community. So it's intergenerational. It requires many, many people to come forward and to have a change of heart. And if our congregations are really going to live into the future, we absolutely must do this work. We must embrace multiculturalism at its depth. I'm hoping that my grandchildren one day, who I don't have yet, Well,
Wow.
I'm thinking about the future. But I'm hoping that they will also be able to grow up in a Unitarian Universalist church. But I can't guarantee that if we don't do our work. I was one of 6. All of us went to Sunday school at All Souls. I went to church with my mother, and yet I'm the only one who's completely involved. I have a brother who also plays with our church, but he doesn't come there as a Unitarian Universalist. So something needs to change around that.
Amen.
And let me say one more thing. I have the utmost confidence in the organizing abilities and the clarity of mind of the BLUU leadership. Yes. And with our association and the board for partnering with them so that we can correct the wrongs from 50 years ago, so that we can reconcile this moment and have a different outcome for the future.
It's interesting for me because I wasn't coming to New Orleans to go to the BLUU event or this one. It would have been a missed moment in my life. I was on staff for a number of years, and one of the pains in my heart was the mistake the association made back in those years of BLUU. We had thousands. It's probably hard for you to imagine that we had a GA like this, and 1/3 of the people there were people of color. And we had some of the best minds in the country. And they thought they had found a home because in 1965, it was Unitarian Universalist ministers who answered the call and marched with us and put their life on the line. And we said, some white people who really want justice. And we couldn't handle it in this association. Lots of reasons. But we weren't strong enough then to find a way into relationship with one another. I was at an event last night, and several people came up to me and said, they came to this GA, and many of them were white colleagues. And they said, I'm so thankful. This may, in fact, be the second most, and some of them even said, the most important event in UU history for our future. We've been given a second chance. I know that's going to be hard for some of you to understand. I know a lot of folks are sitting out there and say, what's he even talking about? But trust me, our country is in a critical place. Those values of freedom and liberty and democracy we all value, whatever our color, are at risk. The country needs leadership. It needs what we have to bring, and it can't just be whitenized, it needs to be colorized. And when I was at the BLUU event, I saw these brilliant, committed leaders saying, this is my faith. I'm not going to run away. In fact, we're going to run into it.
Yeah.
We're going to try and help it be saved and save itself because we know how to do that, because we see multiculturally. We have to survive. So I'm going to invite everybody here who wants to survive in the kind of world we're in right now to understand this partnership of relationship that is not in our country. It can start here. We've got the leadership. You have to be part of the process, however, or we'll be where we were before. So the gift they gave us, Paul and I, and the elders, a couple of us sat in the back row, and we said, we want to be clear. We don't try and help and tell them what we think or try and correct anything. We were here to experience their leadership and the gift of them bringing us into their midst. And at the end, my heart was so full. And we actually spontaneously, some of the elders at that point said, we can't just sit now. We have to come forth. We have something that we've never had before. The chance to hand off the baton, not to run away, but to pass the baton to a new age of leadership. So join them. And by the way, some of the others out there in the white community of UUs, you need to pass off the leadership too.
Let me say one more thing. I'd like to add one last thing. For some of us, beloved community is a core theological principle. It's a core spiritual principle. And some of us are working toward that becoming perhaps another one of our principles, so it's explicit, so we don't miss it. Our principles were passed 12 years before we stepped in to the anti-racist commitment of our association. And we haven't gone back and really integrated that into our principles. What does it mean for us to live as an anti-racist faith community? So we need something explicit around the beloved community and our work around dismantling racism and oppression. So pay attention, you'll have an opportunity to support that work. Thank you.
So I just want to wrap up by talking about how my faith helps me make change outside of our denomination. Many people may know I was a core leader in the Black Lives Matter Minneapolis chapter for about 3 years. Yes, you can clap for that. That was a lot of work. But I have to tell you, it has been my BLUU family that has held me when I'm weeping, when I'm preparing to meet with the governor of Minnesota, with my Black Lives Matter Minneapolis folks, and other Black folks in Minnesota working for change. It is my faith that helps me speak truth to power. And when I talk about speaking truth to power, it is so difficult to look into the face of people who could stop the killings, the state-sanctioned murders of Black people, and have them tell you it's too hard, right? But these are my people that are being killed in the streets. These are my people, my family members, and it's not okay. And it is my faith as a UU, as a Black UU, that helps me be able to fight to keep Black people alive. And then, thank you. So my challenge for all of you all today is to stop thanking me for my work and join me. Right? We have a long ways to go. We know that from this past weekend. We have a long ways to go, and we can't do it without your help. We also don't need you to take it over. Let's be real clear about that. So the last thing is just to talk about BLUU's commitment to always staying connected to movement, to the broader movement for social justice, which is a global movement for Black lives that acts in solidarity with all oppressed people. We are the ones that have been on the front lines and will continue to be there. BLUU was able to move about $30,000 with the help of other UUs to help the Black Mamas Bailout Fund. Yes, let's clap for that. We were you know, we went to Standing Rock, we went to the Women's March, and we've been in so many local places as Black Lives of UU. We want to grow that, we want to keep building, and we want to be able to make a bigger impact and just keep giving the gifts of our faith to movement. So thank you for everyone who has stepped up and helped us in that, and I invite everyone who hasn't yet to do it, because we need you. Thank you.